Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Game on Cloud 9 here, and today I'm here to bring you guys a new Naruto manga 696 prediction. We are in the final stretch of Naruto, guys, with only 4 more chapters left. 4 more. So savor them as much as you can, because once the manga is done, it is done. I'm not sure if there's going to be much more that we're going to get out of Naruto. There's supposed to be Naruto the last movie, or the last Naruto the movie, and who knows, they may even do some type of DBZ thing where they release like movies every few years, you know, kind of like that, since it's supposed to be a part of the Naruto New Era opening project. But we won't be getting them probably weekly like we were before. So again, enjoy it as much as you can. I wish for this video right here I could actually use this camera right here, because this is my HD camera. This is usually what I use for, or I've used for some reviews before and various other videos on my channel, but I can't find the charger for it. Now, before I get on to my synopsis and prediction, I do have at least 2 quick announcements that I have to make. The first one, the Otaku Battle Dome is having a live stream at Saturday, October the 18th. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys will actually enjoy the stream, or you will like the topic that we have in store for it. It's going to be a little bit different than we do things sometimes, but if you saw the last stream, we basically specified exactly what we're trying to do this time around. Also, the Gods of Life manga series, I'm pretty sure some of you guys have heard me announce it on here. That's by Shining Otaku, or being published by Shining Otaku. It's basically has been postponed till later on in the month. I do apologize for anybody who was looking forward to it, but we do have a lot of surprises in store, and when it is released, you guys will really be satisfied with what you see. So make sure, if you want to follow any of the posts that we have dealing with Shining Otaku, or any of the great surprises that we have coming up for it, make sure you go to the Facebook fan page or Twitter page and give us a like so you can see the updates. Now, to get on to the Naruto chapter. The chapter starts off, of course, with us seeing Naruto and Sasuke, them basically continuing off of what we saw from the previous chapter. Starting off from the basics, they seem like they started having a taijutsu exchange at first, but Sasuke followed up with like a fireball jutsu, and then he used his Rinnegan to teleport behind Naruto and use Chidori. Which, at first I'm thinking like, okay, they're pretty much going to build up based on the moves that they had learned in the beginning, but things escalated pretty quickly. I mean, you had Naruto just go straight into his six paths mode and counter all of Sasuke's moves and avoid Sasuke's attacks. Sasuke just Susanoo'd up, fired arrows at Naruto. Naruto used these black spheres to basically counter his arrows. And then on top of that, you had Naruto, which I didn't actually know he could do this in his six paths mode, but he created the Kurama cloak. And I know some of you may wonder, well, why wouldn't he be able to do that? Because Biju mode and six paths mode are sort of like variations of one another. However, I didn't know if maybe the fact that he had all the other Tail Beast chakras in him, that would somehow, I don't know, kind of be weird for him to be, or I guess it would actually interrupt his connection with Kurama, because in Biju mode we all know that he has to be perfectly in sync with Kurama, and I thought it was sort of like he's perfectly in sync with all the Tail Beasts, so that he couldn't actually, I guess, favor one over another more. But I guess he is the main Jinchuriki of the Naruto, so it makes sense that he should be able to still do that, which I kind of like. So of course Naruto goes into full Kurama cloak. Sasuke comes at him with perfect Susanoo like instantly. This is the first couple pages, my fault. And Sasuke uses his Susanoo sword, Naruto counters with his tails, and they're just going in. They're clashing back and forth. They're at the top part of the valley. You just see water exploding everywhere. The valley's just, you see the statues like getting, feeling the shockwaves and the full brunt of every swing and every attack that they're throwing out. And then from that point, you have flashbacks. Now that's the part of the chapter I got a little bit worried on, because I was like, please, no. Kishi, we only got 5 chapters left. We got 5 chapters left. You can't be wasting time on flashbacks or a bunch of nonsense. And I would say there were a few panels where I'm like, okay, it didn't actually have to be there, but the one nice touch to it was when you had, and I know some other reviewers actually named the same point too, where they flash back to the part where Naruto and Sasuke had basically told Naruto that he doesn't understand him, and that he had the bonds of the past, and that Naruto doesn't know what to lose that. and they showed Jiraiya and Naruto, and then showed Jiraiya's grave, which I felt like actually was really good, and I expected that actually for many years for something like that to come up, or I thought maybe Naruto would mention it at some point, because, you know, he felt what hatred really was in terms of losing Jiraiya when it's directed towards another person, when he had the whole pain situation. You know, so, of course, you know, at this point, Naruto and Sasuke, you know, they get each other. There's not really much that they don't get. You know, so you see them going back and forth, and there's just this one epic panel shot that I think was my favorite panel in the chapter, where you see Naruto and Sasuke clash with punches. Not the last part, but when you see the tidal waves and everything, and you see their fists together, that to me was epic. Now, you know, to continue on, then you have basically, you know, Sasuke's like, man, if you don't basically take this seriously, if you don't step your game up, I'm about to kill you. And, you know, Naruto's like, I'm not going to kill you. You know, you're my best friend. This isn't, you know, how it's going to go. And Sasuke, he uses Chidori with the perfect Susanoo. I'm like, okay, Sasuke, you're mixing up a little bit. You know, I mean, granted, he uses both those techniques all the time, but, you know, to see him actually use jutsus on his Susanoo is pretty cool. So he uses Chidori. Naruto starts to charge up a Bijudama and basically lunges forward with it, and they clash. A huge explosion happens, so you can already tell the valley is already about to be done. The fight is just beginning. Like, I don't believe this fight's almost done. Or, not almost done. I don't believe it's done. Because it is almost done, technically speaking, with a few chapters left. But they clash, and then they go into basically the void that they always go into when they're talking, when anytime that they trade blows, which is obviously symbolic that they understand each other through each other's fists. And Sasuke even says to Naruto, like, look, you know, I get you. You know, I understand. You don't have to yell at me or, you know, do whatever. He was like, and I know you get me too as well now, Naruto. And that pretty much was the end of the chapter. Now, in terms of what I expect for Naruto versus Sasuke, is it off to a good start? Well, we didn't see any taijutsu yet. Like, not real. Like, we seen a little bit, like, or a sort of an exchange, you know, but not much of what probably some out there really wanted to see. So, do I want to minus points from that? Me personally, no. Only because, you know, I kind of feel like, well, in the anime, and I know the anime and the manga are two different things, but I feel like the anime can actually do a taijutsu fight better than the manga can. The manga, there's only so much you can do unless you're going to turn this into Hajime no Ippo, and you're going to have, you know, like, show every blow that is thrown. You know, which may be cool to some, but with there only being like 5 chapters left, I mean, what are you going to do? So, I take it for what it is. I mean, I really kind of like the, what they're going with right now, or, you know, how it started off. I'm like, okay, it's, you know, it's off to a good start. They're not wasting any time using their moves, you know, and some of the symbolism that they showed during this fight already is, you know, already looking like it may even become iconic in my opinion. Like I said, the punches where you saw Naruto and Sasuke with the, I guess, the fist bump whole thing going on, and you see the tidal waves behind them. I mean, I almost want, like, I can't wait till that's animated. You know, that's probably my favorite part so far. It also lets me know, too, if things are just getting started and they're using these moves, then we can maybe expect to see their moves being used in different fashions that they've never been used before. So, who knows what we'll see next week. You know, this leaves a lot more room for us to see a lot of other techniques. In terms of pacing, now, if I just go from a straight reviewing standpoint, I feel like it was well paced. I mean, I really do. I feel like, you know, we saw a lot of fight scenes. Hishimoto put flashbacks in there, yes, but I felt like, you know, there's probably only one flashback I kind of felt like we didn't actually need, but it didn't take up the entire page. It took up most of it, but not the whole thing. And, you know, I'm like, okay, I can deal with that. It wasn't too bad, you know, and the rest of them, you know, I feel like they actually had a place. So I'm like, all right, keep it up like that. I'm hoping that the cliffhanger, you know, the cliffhanger actually left off on a good note, because it shows that now, like, it's different than how Naruto and Sasuke were before. You know, before that there was things they didn't understand about each other. Now they understand where each other's coming from, but they still have a different outlook on how they want to reach their goal. Which to me makes the fight even more intense, because it's like, okay, at this point you're not even fighting about, you know, whether or not, you know, like, you know, like, you don't get how I am, or, you know, you're not going on, like, you know, an emotional aspect, like, understanding or trying to realize what each other's saying. Kind of like how Jiraiya used to have the whole thing is that he realized, or he hopes that one day that people actually truly get to understand one another. That's what he believed. But it's like, even if people understand where each other's coming from, does not mean that they will come to the same solution to a problem. They will still end up having differences regardless. So, it kind of makes me wonder what's Naruto's response to that going to be next week. However, I hope that they don't harp on it too long. I don't want to take up the whole chapter because, again, this is a fight. I do want us to get, plenty of action because this is supposed to be one of the legendary shonen fights, in my opinion. So, hopefully Kishi does a good balance like he did this week, where I feel like it wasn't too much. You got a little bit of dialogue, and any dialogue spoken mattered. It wasn't any kind of fillerish type dialogue where you were just putting something in a panel. Now, of course, as far as what rating I would give this chapter, I'm giving it Sage of the Six Paths level so far, with the expectation that we're going to go with the same setup next week, because I feel like it was, up there. I felt like it did its job. The battle kicked off on the right point. We're seeing, a lot of things we wanted to see. And like I said, at the end, it shows the characters finally have an understanding of where each other's coming from now. Now, as far as what I think is going to happen next week in the Naruto chapter, well, I do expect, of course, more fighting. I mean, if it's done from this big explosion that we're having in the valley already, I'm going to be pretty disappointed, which at that point I think I'd have to retract my statement as far as my rating. But in terms of what I think is going to happen, I'm still thinking that Sasuke may end up condensing his Susanoo down at some point while fighting against Naruto, so maybe in the next 2 chapters. I'm hoping that, Naruto isn't... I kind of don't want them to stay with these big modes the whole fight. I don't want Naruto to be consistently using the Biju mode cloak. I do like the Biju mode cloak, but I should say the Kurama cloak. I do like it, but, I also like, too, when he's just in base and he's using the just the Six Paths mode with the spears. I hope he starts using those a little bit more efficiently as well. Maybe a little bit of elemental Rasengan action. I'm not sure. I know there was something I wanted to say about Sasuke. Their summonings, I don't know if they're really going to be relevant here. That would be a nice touch for the fight, though, if they both summon something right now. So next chapter, I would say maybe some Rinnegan techniques. Summonings, I don't know if they really would play a good role right now. And also, summonings would probably take up dialogue because they're probably going to wonder, why am I here and all that, if you want to, I guess actually have it make sense. I mean, unless Gamakichi just freaking jumps right into it. But I'm hoping Sasuke busts out the Rinnegan some next week. So hopefully, maybe we'll see a little bit, not just Chibaku Tensei, but maybe some other moves from him. Because he's already used Chidori, he's already used Susanoo, so I think Kishimoto is going to go probably through their whole move pool and have them test each technique against one another to show their progression over the series, as well as show that they're, that they really are fighting for a new era. Again, this is, the final battle. I know we're going to get a surprising end, because, I mean, not just because he said that, but I just have a feeling it's going to be, a little bit different than maybe what we expect as far as the final chapter. And like when the final chapter comes, like I said, I don't think we're really going to find out who won the fight until maybe the last Naruto the movie. By the way, they did actually say, a little bit about what the movie's about, or gave a little teaser about it down in the link below. Check it out. It's on SaiyanIsland.com. And basically, it has to do with the moon and what's going on with the moon after the 4th Great Ninja War. So check out the link down below if you want to know a little bit about the movie, the last Naruto the movie. And these are pretty much my thoughts on this week's Naruto chapter, guys. So anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Don't forget to check out the fan page down below and be at the Otaku Battle Dome stream next week. And like this video too, guys. So if you did like it, please put a thumbs up. And if you didn't, then you can put a thumbs down if you want to. The choice is yours. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later.